Okay, hi there. Welcome to a new video. Today we're in Inkscape and we're working on what I'm terming as Nuggetwraps. Apparently it's a term used by US Navy aviators to describe these sort of customizations that you see on helmets of fighter pilots. We're doing these for fighter pilots in SpaceCrash. So what you can see here is a frog vector. This has come from a public domain vector library. And all I'm doing is stripping off all the patination and all the excess detail that we don't want. And I'm going to give it some colours, but we're thinking mainly flat colours. So we'll change the fill from a pattern to a flat colour, and we're working in grayscale, so we have to make sure that our pattern is in grayscale. So one of the problems we've got with SpaceCrash issue 5 is that there are a lot of fighter pilots and we need to be able to identify them. So I've took a tip from Top Gun and also to a certain extent Star Wars with their battle against the Death Star. You see all the pilots' helmets are unique. The pilots themselves are unique. They have different looks and body types, and some have got moustaches or beards and some haven't. And so for the epic space battle that we have in SpaceCrash issue 5, we're doing the same thing. Because we don't use a lot of dialogue, in fact we don't use any dialogue at all in SpaceCrash, names don't really work, so we are getting symbolic with our names. So there's a fighter pilot who's just his call sign is Frog. The leader of the group, of course, has got a cool name. His particular name is Ace, and we'll see his call sign shortly. Let's group it all up, and let's use this now to make our nugget wrap for this character. So the helmets, you'll see the helmets shortly for the fighter pilots. They have a band across the top of the forehead, which is perfect for this for putting some sort of wrap around. We're making a circle here, and we're going to have half a circle. So there we go. So we're making ourselves a bit of a lily pad type shape, and then we're literally just going to make it a slightly better colour. I think we're going to rotate it a little bit, bring it center to the bottom, rotate it round, and then scale it down to make it look like this frog sitting on a lily pad. Doesn't work very well. The feet, the feet don't look very well. Very good. I think I'll undo that and put the gap at the other end, so the gap's between the front legs. So spin that around a bit more. Okay. There we go. We've got a frog sort of sitting on what could be a lily pad. Give it an outline. I'll do. It's not too bad. Okay, so let's look at this particular nugget wrap. This is Ace's nugget wrap. Obviously, Ace is the leader of Omega Wing, which is the unit that our spaceman joins in the battle for Earth. So I'm just going to save that to the desktop. Let's get this set up for the next part. We're now in Krita. This is the nugget and this is the scan. This is page 16 of issue 5 of SpaceCrash. So here we can see loads and loads of fighter pilots taking off from their carrier. There's the captain. Captain is Ace. This is his nugget. You got a bunch of other characters, and our hero, the spaceman, is joined the squadron as well. Right, let's scale this down. I'm holding shift to maintain proportions. I just want it to be something like that. Let's just move this back and have a little look. Do a little bit more. Basically, I'm trying to get roughly the height. Just got the height. I'm just going to zoom in on this. Okay, minimize that down a little bit. I'm just going to try and roughly position the Ace central. I'm thinking so our center line goes up and across sort of down here, so this is roughly where this meets. Let's do some warping now. No, I want that. I want that one. And let's see. Let's just test this. Yeah, let's go with default. Affine or affine. Okay, all I'm doing is imagining the points in each corner, getting them roughly in the right place. And one there. Sort of there. And then this point around. It's pretty good. I like that. Right, that back up. And here we have a nugget wrap call sign indicating this character is called Ace. It's not bad. What I might do is take this nugget wrap graphic, print it out onto paper, draw it with my pens I use for inking this stuff, so these lines would match these sort of quality of lines. Scan this back in, effectively create a brand new graphic with this better line quality or this different line quality, and then replace the nugget for this. If I just drop this underneath, that's a little bit better still. So you can see before, after. We'll zoom out, you see the page before and after. So yeah, every time there's a pilot, they'll have their own unique little nugget wrap, and they'll be unique to the pilot. So this is Omega Wing. This is the squadron. What the squadron we're going to follow. This is like Luke Skywalker's red wing in End of Star Wars when they're fighting the Death Star. He's Red 5. We can't use colours because it's a black and white comic, so we've had to use visual identifiers instead. So we are using like characters like Ace. This chap is called Rhino. She's called Tiger, and I think this one's called Lightning. We've got a whole bunch of different sort of names, and this guy has a call sign as well that the team give him. So there's a fun scene with that. Okay, anyway, I'm waffling now. I just want to try this. I've not really sort of tried this. I mean, I thought it'd work, and I think it does work. I think we need to do some improvements on the line quality for this, like this sort of line art, which is no problem. We can fix that. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. We'll see you in the next video. Out of interest, this is page 16, as I mentioned. I've penciled up to page 29 out of 36, and I've inked up to page 20. So we're well over halfway of getting this done, which means we're in really good shape to get this out the way, inked up at least, inked up and ready for some tone by end of October. Which means once you've got the tone in, probably a week for the tone, we're probably going to be looking for a November release, and it's probably going to be mid to end of November, which is a little bit later than I was hoping for, but it's still good. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, take care. All right, bye now.